my book and wax friends. I am Amber. If you're new, welcome. Welcome back if you're returning. Today's video is a bookish video. It is my haul, my book haul that I've gotten in to share with you for the month of April. So these are some of the books that I did get in. Some are book boxes, and others are just ones that I've ordered, pre-ordered, etc., etc. So I wanted to share them with you. Let's look at them together. Some I've looked at, some I haven't. So some are opened, like this one. This is the first one I have from India Holton. It is The Antiquarian's Object of Desire, which is the third book, I think the final book in her Love's Academics series. It's an interconnected, standalone, historical fantasy romp, pretty much. They all have this like quirky humor to them that are really fun. So this is the third one, and it is about, let's see, I'll just read it to you guys. Magical antique experts Amelia Tarrant and Caleb Sterling have been best friends forever, although lately each has begun secretly wishing for more than friendship. But when rumors about their relationship spread, they're forced to fake being enemies to protect their reputations and keep their jobs. The resulting arguments spark havoc across Oxford University, and when they cause an explosion while fighting over a magical antique, it's the final straw for their exasperated faculty head. He dispatches them to a job in Cumbria where even they can get into trouble. It proves just how wrong one man can be. In a storm-bound old manor house, Amelia and Caleb face magical mayhem and rampaging ghosts that make the previous havoc look mild in comparison. It sounds so fun. So I really did, the other two books are right here. I really loved the first book, The Ornithologist's Field Guide to Love. And then I enjoyed the second book, The Geographer's Map to Romance. This one, there was a lot of miscommunication, not talking to each other in this one, and so that got on my nerves. So I didn't enjoy it as much as the first one, but I have high hopes for this one. I plan on reading it probably more towards the fall, just because of the whole like ghost spooky manor / academic stuff. So, but I'm excited to have it. So yay. Okay, the next book is one if you watched my TBR jar prompt video, you have seen this already, but I wanted to share it officially in my haul video, and that is A Bride of Fallen Stars by Victoria McCombs. And I actually am in the middle of this one right now. I am reading this one right now and loving it so far. So this is an indie author. I don't know if all her books are indie, but I know this one is indie, and I am loving it. Like I said, I'm loving it so far. It is about two girls that are what are called stars, which I think they're like immortals of some kind. So the stars are kind of like fae. They're immortal, and then there are mortals. And the twins, Cora and Adele, were meant to inherit the heavens together, ruling as twin stars. But on the night of their ascension, Adele shatters the bond between them and steals the sky for herself. But in doing so, she unknowingly unleashes an ancient beast her sister has kept hidden in her veins. Once a bloodthirsty king, the creature takes a mortal host as it claws its way back to power. Cora has 14 nights to find him among the 5 mortal courts before he grows strong enough that the stars go dark forever. To do this, she aligns herself with the mortal king her sister once loved, posing as his fallen bride for the duration of the festival of 14 nights, a season of masks and music honoring the beast's fall centuries ago. They will search between dances and dinners and in secret passageways and glassy lakes to find an ancient evil before the skies fall. So I know this is the first in the series. I don't know how long the series is going to be, but this is the first. So I know when I finish it, I'm going to be like, oh, why did I start a series? Another series that's not complete, but I couldn't help it. It's so pretty. So that is A Bride of Fallen Stars. Okay, moving on to some book boxes. Some are subscription boxes and some are not. The first one is Acrylipics Bookish Nook. This is not a subscription box. It is one that I just bought outright. I think do they have a subscription box? I think they did at one point in time, but they don't anymore. Or they will eventually again someday. So this one is to go with another series I already have. It is Spectacular, which is the holiday novella to the Caraval series. So you saw this last month. If you watched my haul last month, I do have the Fairy Loot versions of them now. But this is the Acrylipics version of the series. And I had to get them too because they are just, look how cute and whimsical they are. And they make a little, as you can see, a little carousel. So this is the one to match that. As I said, it's a holiday novella. And it's so cute. So it'll go next. It'll go right there next to it. But let's look at it together. So this is by Stephanie Garber. As you can see, it has pink foiling. And then the sprayed edges is like snowy roses. And then on the bottom and the top are also sprayed with designs. And then the inside has a little snowflake, but the inside of this one, there's no like a new art. It already has the art that was already there. And this art is by, is it Rosie Thorns? I think this is Rosie Thorns. But yeah. Look at that, it's so cute. So it has artwork throughout the story. So I had to get it to match the rest. I just had to. So on the back it says, I think it might make a very interesting game and I know how you like to play. So that is that. I'm so excited to put it up there with the others. Okay, moving on. I'm saving the one I'm most excited for at the end again. So we're going to do my subscription boxes that I did get in. The first one is a Lumicrate. And this is April's box, I'm pretty sure. Because I haven't bought a Lumicrate since December. I think it was the last one I got. And yeah, this is April's box. So it is Thistle Marsh by Morea Corrigan. And I did bring scissors in case I can't get this off. And this is a historical cozy fantasy from what I've read of the synopsis and everything. But we'll look at it together and see exactly. Oh, okay, that's cool. So I haven't seen any spoilers for this one, but there we go. I like the red foiling. That's really neat. And then the spine, and then the back has a statue. And what does it say? Oh, just a Lumicrate. That. And then the, oh, that's really neat. The sprayed edges. And let's see, the top has a design as well, and the bottom, but that's really cool. So it looks like a statue or someone, a statue frozen or person that's being turned into a statue or something. I don't know. Let's see if this has no reversible dust jacket, but the design on this is really neat on the naked hardcover. Look at that. Oh, it looks like a tapestry. It looks like a medieval tapestry. That is so cool. Look at that. I really like that. I like this better than the dust jacket. I might just display it without the dust jacket. And then the inside, oh, look at this. I love the artwork in here on the end papers. And then let's see if there is a letter with the signature in it. And let's see, I always have to look to, no map, but I know this does take place in England, I'm pretty sure. Oh, wow, look at that. There's that. A dragon. Very cool. Wow, that is really cool. Okay. Yeah, this looks really neat. So as far as I know, let me read actually, we have the synopsis on the dust jacket. So let's see what this one says. Okay. Let's see if I can read it. I do have my glasses, which I think I'm going to have to put on for this one. I just trying to avoid it because I have to use a ring light today and there is a glare. So, okay, fairies disappeared over 100 years ago. As suddenly as slipping through a doorway. It was only the very foolish or the very determined who held out hope for their return. In the wake of World War I, yeah, I was right. I thought it was World War I. The world is a decidedly unmagical place. Mouse Dunn, so that's the main character. I'm assuming that's her right there. Once dreamed of becoming a fairy anthropologist. But with one telegram, her world shattered. At the Somme, her cousin Bertie's body disappeared into the mud, and her brother Roger came home with devastating shell shock. It was time, she knew, to put aside childish dreams. Then Mouse received news that her uncle had left her Thistlemarsh Hall, a crumbling manor in the English countryside, once blessed by the fairy king himself. But there is a catch. If Mouse does not rehabilitate the house in 1 month's time, she will forfeit her inheritance and any hope of caring for her brother. It looks impossible until a mysterious fairy appears with a proposition. Mouse knows better than to trust a fairy, especially one so insufferably handsome and arrogant. But she is out of options. There are wild and magical forces at work in the house, and Mouse must confront the ghosts of her past or lose everything. So, yeah, I'm excited about this one. And it is really pretty. Yeah, I love the naked hard. I don't dislike this. I think this is still really pretty, but I do love the naked hardcover more. So, but that is Thistlemarsh. That sounds really good. Okay, next up is my fairy loot. This I know was actually March's. I haven't got my April's in yet, but I was tired of waiting, and so I wanted to open this one. I was tired of waiting for the others. So this one is the YA box, and it is Her Hidden Fire by Cleda. It is an Irish name. I think it was pronounced Clena, something like that. O'Sullivan. Let's see. In a world where magic belongs only to the elite, Ada is a servant girl with a hidden power, forced to gamble everything to save the heir she loves. Yeah, so there's that. And then let me take these off so I don't blind everyone with the glare. Okay, let me see this one. And obviously it looks like there's dragons in this one too. Dragons are awesome. Tell me what your favorite mystical creature is. Let me know down in the comments if you prefer one mythical creature over another, if you love dragons or unicorns or whatnot. Let me know. Okay, so this is Her Hidden Fire. Look how pretty that is. The artwork. So pretty. And then the spine on the dust jacket. And then it says on the back, her magic, his love, the world won't let her have both. And then, oh, I love these sprayed edges on this one. Look at this, you guys. And then it is a design on the top and the bottom as well. So pretty. Okay, and then this does have the traditional reversible. Colors might be different. I don't remember what the colors are, but that's that. And then, oh, this is pretty. We have a dragon when it's the sunset. And then on the back, I think this is one of those that makes, yeah, this makes a whole scene. So I think it's cool when they do this. Okay, let's look at the end papers. Oh, that's pretty. A dragon again. Very pretty. Let's see if there's a map. And I love, oh, this is awesome. There is a glossary on how to pronounce all these names, which is awesome. And then, yay, there is a map. Books are better with maps, in my opinion. Okay. And then the back and paper art. So pretty as well. Maybe there's a love triangle, possibly. Very, very pretty. Okay, so that's that one. So Her Hidden Fire. Very, very pretty. I'm excited to get to this one. Maybe over the summer I will. I don't know. It seems kind of like a summery book to me. I am in the process of creating my summer TBR, so we shall see what I end up doing with that one. Okay, you guys. I already opened the box anyway, because look how it came. I had to make sure they were okay. So this was a pre-order that I pre-ordered last year. I don't remember when, but like August, maybe, something like this. And yeah, you guys are gonna laugh, but it's another version of the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. Obviously, I'm trying to collect all the versions. So these are from, what were these from? Not Coveted Cover. Maybe Coveted Cover. No, I'll put it down here once I remember the name. When I edit it, hopefully I'll remember, and I'll put where these came from. They might still be available. I don't know. These are a pre-order though. They might not be available. So let's look at them together. And like I said, I did. Okay, good. Some of these I wanted to check and make sure they were okay. So I did look at the outside, and thankfully they all seem to be okay, even with that box the way it is. Ugh. That always makes me so nervous when the boxes are damaged like that, especially when you spend so much money on the books. And thankfully, most places, if there is damage, are good about replacing. Thankfully. So, okay. So actually, it might say on the back here. Oh yeah, Eternal Embers. That's what it is. So the where I got them is Eternal Embers. They do have a subscription box, but they do sell special editions as well without a subscription. I don't have a subscription to them. I just, like I said, when I saw that they were doing special editions of the Once Upon a Broken Heart series, of course, I had to get it to add to my collection. Okay, so here's the first book, Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. So it says, welcome to the magnificent North, stories be here. With the gate, the arch, so pretty. And then that, and then on the back, it does have a little dink right there, but it's okay. It's just a tiny one. Are you saying that your kiss isn't deadly if you don't want it to be? And then below that it says, careful little fox, you sound curious, but you shouldn't be. So let's look at the edges. The top, it is designed on the top and bottom as well. So this is cute. So like a little village scene is what it looks like. And then let's look at the inside. So not a reversible dust jacket, but that's okay because the naked hardcovers is stunning. It is stunning. Look at that, you guys. It's so pretty. I love the colors too. Oh my gosh, so pretty. I think these books are going to be ones that I prefer without the dust jackets again. It's so pretty. Look at the art. That's gorgeous. Okay, let's look at the inside. The end paper art is gorgeous as well. And then the other, okay, end paper art's the same on both sides. Let's see if there's any sort of, no, they already have maps in the regular ones too, but look how cute the maps are. They are so whimsical. I love them. They are so nice. And these are printed on like white rather than like cream colored paper. That's really nice. So pretty. I love it. Okay, so that's book 1. And then let's see. The second book is called The Ballad of Never After. And this one is, let me know down below if you've read these books, if you're obsessed as I am with this series. No. But yeah, I definitely recommend if you haven't. You don't even have to read Caraval to understand what's going on. I personally always recommend reading the Caraval series first, but you don't absolutely have to. Stephanie did create this series, which is a spinoff, to make it possible to where you wouldn't have to read it. But this one's really cute. Pink and pretty, The Ballad of Never After. And then on the back it says, you can go back to pretending you don't like me, and I can pretend that I don't care, but for tonight, let me pretend you're mine. Pretty. And then, that's cute. These sprayed edges. Okay. Now, let's see. Oh, so pretty. Oh my gosh. Let's look at this one. And I love, these are like extra thick dust jackets. Very nice. High quality for sure. Cute. Oh, they're so pretty. I really love these pastels. Let's see what is on the back. Cute. Oh, I love it. Okay. I don't think I showed the inside of these, of the second book. So that is the end paper of the second book. Same front and back. So there you go. And then the final one is A Curse for True Love. And I gotta straighten out my legs. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's open this one without damaging anything. Okay, let's see if I can get it. I am grateful that they packaged it as well as they did. Like I said, you saw the box, so it's a good thing that they do package them as fantastically. It just makes getting them out a little difficult. Okay, there we go. It's coming. All right. Okay, we're getting it. Okay. A Curse for True Love. And the quote says, I'm a monster, but whether you remember it or not, I'm your monster, Evangeline. And then these sprayed edges, they look like it's like a library of some kind. And then top and bottom. Yeah, because those look like books. I think that's what it is. Okay. Let's open this. Oh, so cute. And, oh, it's so pretty. I love it. The tree. And then the inside. That's pretty. Love the art. Aw, so sweet. Yes, I love it. So happy to be able to add them to my collection. So that's it, you guys. That is everything that I got in for the month of April. I appreciate y'all, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I am grateful to all of you for sticking around and watching, and let me know if you've read any of these. And I talk about it all the time. You need to read this series. I love it. Wow, these are heavy. I could really like lift weights with these versions. They're very heavy. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Please like and subscribe if you haven't yet, if you feel like it. And until next time, TTFN. Ta-ta for now.